So what we're going to do with this activity, this is what we're working on today. Okay. This activity is going to help prepare you for the analyzing menu mix homework. Okay. So you've already done the popularity benchmark minimum or average contribution margin, right? That should have been done before today. If not, just go ahead and get it done. Then the next step is we're going to take those concepts, we're going to apply it onto here to do a menu analysis. So the top portion, we're going to do our first initial menu analysis. And then down below, we're going to make some changes to the menu. Okay. And then you're going to basically redo the menu analysis and be able to identify the differences in the categories from one time to the next. Okay. So the other thing is we're going to be working on is this food cost percentage. So let's knock that out of the park first. Okay. So food cost percentage. What do we use for food cost percentage?
Food cost. It's fail.
Right. It's the triangle, right? Yeah. So if we're looking for food cost percentage, we have the cost on top and the sales on the bottom. Well, right here you have total costs and total sales. Let me zoom out just a little bit. We have total cost and total sales. Okay. So you can put that in your calculator if you want to. Put that in your calculator. We have the 355.75 divided by, help yourself. Divided by $1,117.25. So that's your food cost percentage. I would, if I were you, just so you don't forget, I would write it out in the margins. So I would do $355.75 divided by 111725. Okay. And I might even, if I'm going to go one step further, I may even draw an arrow to where I got those numbers. So that's how I will remember what my food cost percentage is. Okay. Or if you have a highlighter, you can also just highlight the information, right? You can just say this right here belongs to these right here. Whichever way works better for you. All right. Or want to see an even easier way? Let's have Excel do our work for us. Okay. The interesting thing about Excel is you still have to know the formula, right? You still have to know the cost divided by sales. This is just allowing you to not have to use your calculator. So what do we start with? Anytime we want to tell Excel to do something, what do we start with? Anybody know? Right? Yes, we use the equal sign. So when I type in that word, that equal sign, I'm telling Excel, hey, wake up, start paying attention. I want you to do something for me. Okay. So I can just type it in like I would my calculator, 355.75 divided by 1117.25. Okay. Now I already have it formatted to percentage. So when you do it, it will probably look like this, which we know we can move that decimal place over, right? And we can call this 31.8%. Okay. Or even more bonus, I'm not going to type any numbers in. I equal this divided by this. It says G12 divided by H12. Bless you. When I hit enter, it gives me my formula or my answer. When I do that, the reason why I like to do that, because what if I come over here and I sold 65 items, or I sold 52 items. You see how my cost of my sales change? So does my food cost percentage. Because when you do Excel by the cell itself, whatever's in that is as it updates, so does your answer update. This is why Excel is so amazing. If you don't know how to use Excel, I highly recommend you learn Excel because it is very valuable. Okay. So next thing, those of you who are online, yours has blank entries here. You all here in the classroom, because I forgot to delete it before I printed it, you already have all the numbers. Okay. So what can I do to what is the formula for the popularity percentage? To find the percentage of something, what do I do? Exactly, the total menu items divided by the total numbers that were served. Okay. And so again, I can use Excel equals 50 divided by 175 by B12. Okay. I can use Excel to do my work. Another little trick, if I were to take this and move this down, you see how this fat white cursor goes to a black kind of skinny one with the little blocks right here? You click and drag. I have something wrong. As you click and drag, Excel will automatically update all the numbers in your cells, right? But I want this one to stay the same. This is a cool little trick that I learned. If you highlight the cell and you hit the F4 key, it adds these two little dollar signs. And that tells Excel, I want you to keep that one the same. Don't change that one. So you click and drag. There you go. All right. Let's move on to our contribution margin. What is the formula for contribution margin?
Food sale minus food cost.
We take the menu price and we subtract the food cost. So I'm going to do E8 minus D8. Hit enter. And now I'm going to click and drag. I have it done. Okay. Those of you who are online, you're welcome to just start typing these numbers in just because I want to make it equal to those who are in class. Okay. I'm also just using this as a demonstration. I am recording this, so if you want to go back and see how I do it, you're more than welcome to do it. Okay. Now, we have to find our benchmark and our average contribution margin. How do you find the average of any group of numbers?
You add them all up and divide by it.
There we go. We add them all up and then we divide, right? You think Excel can help us with this?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Equals. Don't forget your order of operations. Parentheses goes first, right? So I'm just going to say I want this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus. Where's my other one?
It's hiding.
It is hiding. I want, is that F11? Change that to 11. So F11. So I want all of those. And then how many do I have?
8.
8. So I'm going to do divided by 8. All right. The parentheses adds them all up first. And then divide by 8. Boom. There's my average. 427. Okay. Couple other ways. If we just highlight these numbers right here, okay. I know it's kind of hard to see, but down here at the bottom of Excel, the average is 427. The count is 8. And the sum, the total is 3418. So just by highlighting, we can get that information down here. Okay. And then lastly, equals the average. Just type out the word average. Highlight these, close my parentheses. So many different ways we can use Excel. It's calculating it for us. Okay. It's just, you still have to know the formulas. You still have to know what you're looking for, right? So it's not doing the work for you. It's just doing the calculations for you. Okay. Let's do our popularity benchmark. How do we find our popularity benchmark?
Yeah.
We do 100
I
divided by what?
number of items.
The number of items. Good. So divided by 8. And then we do what?
Times it by the percentage.
We use multiply by the percentage. In this case, it's 75%. and hit enter. Boom. You'd probably write that formula out on your paper. So rather than write it on your paper, I mean, you could write it on your paper just so you know, but write it on your paper and then type it into Excel. Just use that equal sign first. And it'll tell Excel, I want you to calculate something. Okay? Questions, comments, concerns so far? So what y'all are going to do is y'all are going to find out the high and low. Remember, menu mix right here is the same thing as the popularity percentage. So you're going to determine whether it's high or low, and then you're going to determine which category, star, dog, plow horse, or puzzle, does it belong to. Okay? That's the first analysis. Then you're going to go down here to the bottom. You're going to do these four, okay? Find out these popularity percentages, find out these contribution margins, your average contribution. Keep in mind, everybody point to it real quick. On your popularity benchmark, your percentage changes to 80 down here. So it's not going to be the same number as up here. It's going to be a different number. It's 80% instead of 0.75. Okay? Then you're going to find your high and low, and then your categories again. Okay? And then on this column right here, your category change, you're basically going to say none. If there's no category change, just say none. Or if there's like, let's say it's star to plow horse. So at the top, whatever it was, to whatever it's on the bottom. So if it was a plow horse up top, you might say plow horse to star or whatever. Okay? What those changes are. Questions, comments, concerns? I'm going to show you one more thing that's I think is totally awesome about Excel. And you're probably on Excel overload, and that's okay. But you can see how some cells are highlighted in green and some in red. That's actually a formatting from Excel. I can highlight these and I can control my formatting. So if it's less than $4.60, I want it to be in red. Because that 460 is my average. So I can highlight it, and then that way I know my highs and my lows just by looking at it. Highs are in green, lows are in red. And the beautiful thing is once you get this done, all those formulas are in there. So as you update information, you can just update the numbers and update the costs, and then all of a sudden your calculations will already be done for you. Fun stuff. I love Excel. I'm a little bit of an Excel nerd. All right. So that is what we're working on. Once you are done with that, I'm going to post in Canvas. Go to my other class. It was last night. So I am going to post a quiz. Excuse me. That's an in-class activity quiz. This one, the Chapter 4 in-class menu analysis activity. I'm going to post this into our class. I'm going to put it in Module 4. It's a 3-question quiz that you're going to answer based on this analysis that you're doing. Okay, that tells me that you are finished. If you want me to come and check your work, or if you need help along the way, bless you, please come help me. I'm going to be here. I'm going to pause the recording for right now.